Chris O'Donnell has been a mainstay on NCIS Los Angeles since the very beginning, fighting crime as G. Callan alongside LL Cool J's Sam Hanna for well over a decade on CBS. And while Callan's time on screen has come with its fair share of challenges, whether it be escaping the murderous Katya, Sasha Clements, or discovering the truth about his past with Hedy Lang, Linda Hunt, it seems actor Chris faced an even bigger challenge of sorts when he invited his wife to take part in shooting one day. Chris has been married to teacher Caroline Fentress since 1997, with the pair celebrating their 25th anniversary this year. Together, they share 5 children as well, all of whom, with the exception of one, have all had cameos in the hit CBS crime drama. And this didn't go unnoticed by The Late Show host Stephen Colbert during a recent episode when Chris stopped by to discuss all things NCIS LA. As Stephen touched on how his wife helped him film his show throughout the COVID pandemic from their home before asking about Chris's own experiences with his family on the set of NCIS LA. NCIS Polly Barrett inundated with praise after social media return all but one, Chris said, before explaining one of his sons didn't quite make it onto the air. "My oldest son has not been on, but he had a nice part he was supposed to do, but somebody got COVID and that didn't happen. But it was funny, I had my wife on when I was directing an episode and she and her friends were like, well, we want to be on. If you're the director they can't say no. And so I'm like, okay, so we'll get you in," he went on as the audience and Stephen let out a chuckle. Chris delved further, "So they have a scene where there's this guy who comes into a restaurant and he starts shooting up the place. And everyone freaks out and panics and they're running away. I'm watching the playback after we've done the take because there's hundreds of people there. And this one group of girls start coming through and they're all laughing hysterically. And they're still carrying their real champagne that they'd ordered themselves," Chris said. Holding his face in his hand, Chris went on further, "And I look back and the DP comes over and says, 'You know, Chris, they're all laughing.' I go, 'Yeah, I know. That's my wife. We're gonna handle that,'" Chris added before admitting he feared her antics may even wind up with him being fired. "So I go back and I say, 'Guys, you're gonna get me fired, so you need to cooperate here,' and maybe when the guy starts firing the gun, it's not that funny." The Late Show audience were left in stitches by Chris's tale before he added, "I really kind of drilled on it." Luckily for Chris, his wife and her pals' on-set fun didn't land him in too much hot water as he remains part and parcel of NCIS LA to this day. In fact, Chris will soon be back filming in Los Angeles for the 14th season of the show following its renewal this year. With NCIS renewed for a 20th run and fellow spin-off NCIS Hawaii also returning for a second season, there's plenty to be excited about among the NCIS fandom. NCIS Los Angeles Season 14 will premiere on CBS in the USA later this year. Season 13 continues Sundays on Sky Max and now in the UK.